Xiaomi, Samsung, Oppo, and OnePlus are going to be bringing amazing smartphones in 2021, which is tomorrow, and we are going to talk about what we'll be expecting next year, which is tomorrow. Okay, hi, I'm David, your favorite Gujarati, and I make tech news videos and tech reviews. And if you are interested in that, you can subscribe to my channel and you can click on the bell icon to get notified every time I release a video. Okay, first of all, let's talk about the powerful chipset that is going to be powering this upcoming smartphone. It's going to give them an amazing performance, the Snapdragon 888. Okay, Snapdragon 888 is going to support 144Hz gaming, and with the GPU is 35% better, but we would have to see real life performance before we judge how much it has improved over the Snapdragon 865. They included another image signal processor which will allow more data coming through the cameras to the CPU, which would enable you to record from 3 cameras at the same time, or you can record 4K video at 120 frames per second through one camera. It will also allow you to take up to 120 12 megapixel pictures in 1 second. It will also help improve dynamic range in pictures, and it will allow you to have perfectly exposed videos because now you can record 3 streams of video simultaneously, like I said earlier. So the way HDR works is like it takes an underexposed picture and it takes an overexposed picture, and then it stitches these pictures together, and then it gives you a picture with a high dynamic range, and that is how HDR works. So now we can have this in video because we can record 3 streams of video. One will be underexposed, one will have average exposure, and then the other will be overexposed. And then at the end of the video, it stitches these videos together, and then it gives you a video with a high dynamic range. The 5G modem will be on the SoC, saving space and reducing power consumption, and this would help a lot of phone companies. It might even make it cheaper to use. And then it will allow these phones that have Snapdragon 888 to support Wi-Fi 6E. Let me say this as a disclaimer. This doesn't mean every single phone that will have the Snapdragon 888 would have all of these specs. No, it's what it shows you is that the Snapdragon 888 has these capabilities. It depends on each smartphone company to pick what they want in their phones, and then they will decide what they want. So you might have a phone with the Snapdragon 888 and you might not have 144 Hz refresh rate. You have a refresh rate of 120 Hz. Okay, an example is if you buy a phone with the Snapdragon 888 and it has a refresh rate of 120 Hz, the screen has a refresh rate of 120 Hz, you would not be able to use that 144 Hz gaming. So you understand what I'm saying? Okay, and now let's go to the first phone that is rumored to have the Snapdragon 888. The Xiaomi Mi 11. Okay, starting off, we have the Mi 11, which is expected to launch very early in 2021. It's going to be a high-end device, continuing from the Mi 10 Ultra, and it's also expected to have a high resolution and a high refresh rate of 120 Hz. Okay, there are rumors that it might have a quad curved display, and we're expecting 120 watts warp charging, which is really amazing. And that is also supported by the Snapdragon 888 with 80 watts wireless charging, which is crazy. You probably would use the wireless charging unless you want to show off. Like me, I would definitely not use the wired charger unless I want to show off. I'll just keep it in the box. I have wireless charging, 80 watts. That's crazy fast. And apparently they are ditching the 108 megapixel sensor Samsung gave to them because it seems like they didn't feel the need to have it on their smartphone. Instead, they're going for a 15 megapixel sensor, and it's a bigger sensor. So it's a bigger sensor, it will have fewer but larger pixels, which will definitely improve the camera performance. And the next phone is the OnePlus 9. OnePlus has also confirmed that they're releasing a new phone with the Snapdragon 888 SoC in the first half of 2021. OnePlus usually release their phones in March, their flagship phones in March, so we should be expecting it around that time. The OnePlus 9, the OnePlus 9 Pro, and a new device will be coming in 2021. So the OnePlus 9 and the OnePlus 9 Pro with a new device to be coming in 2021, maybe the OnePlus 9e, is expected to be a more budget-friendly flagship. We're expecting the OnePlus 9 and the OnePlus 9 Pro to come in the first half of 2021, probably in March, and they are expected to have the Snapdragon 888 SoC. Also, OnePlus might be introducing a new device and they might be calling it the OnePlus 9e. It's expected to be a more budget-friendly flagship, and it will be below the OnePlus 9. And speaking of budget-friendly flagships, we might still be getting a Snapdragon 875 SoC, which will be used as a more affordable flagship SoC. And OnePlus might use that in their OnePlus 9e or any other more budget-friendly flagship device. Okay, the next on the list is the Samsung Galaxy S21. I talked about Samsung Galaxy S21 in another video. These ones are coming in January. The S21 Ultra is going to have S Pen support, but it would not come with the S Pen, so you might have to buy that as a second product. The cameras here are impressive. There are two new cameras. There are two 10 megapixel zoom cameras, with one having an optical zoom of 3 times or 3x, and the other having an optical zoom of 10x, which would be really amazing and would improve the performance of the camera. And the S21 Ultra would have a 6.8-inch display, which is large, really large. Not as big as the Samsung Galaxy Note, but it's still large. I made a video about these phones in another video, and I'll link it in the description or maybe in one of the cards. And now for the second to the last phone that I'll be talking about in this video, the Realme Waste. The Realme Waste is going to have the Snapdragon 888 SoC, which means you can expect amazing specs on this device, from high refresh rates to 120 watts charging, and expect it to be affordable because Realme has a reputation of making high-end devices at cheap rates. In my opinion, the Realme Waste is going to be one to look out for. Okay, and then the last phone on this list is the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3. Okay, it's going to support the S Pen too, like this S21 Ultra. We might get an under-screen front-facing camera, and then it will use the Snapdragon 888 SoC. And also, there are rumors saying that it will have 3 screens on the inside, so you can unfold everything. Like it will be one big screen. I don't really know how true that is. I'm just seeing the rumors. But if these rumors still persist, then I would actually make a video on it. Let me know what phone you are most excited for down in the comments. If you love this video, it's something massively appreciated. If you thought it was just decent, a thumbs up will do for now. That's it, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.